Hi, everybody. Good morning and welcome to Coffee Chat. I've got my coffee. Do you have yours? And welcome. I'm Dave Brown, aka Coach Dave, aka the guy with the black hat. Always wearing that hat. It's one of my favorites. So, good morning. And I am here just welcoming whoever wants to say hi. Hi, Nicole. How's it going? And I'm wondering if you guys have thought about suffering. This is What the Wednesday. What the Wednesday? Exactly. So, Crazy Dave here, Coach Dave, Animated Dave, whatever you want to call him, the guy with the blue collared shirt. See, I'm just a blue collar guy, right? Anyway, we are here today. I want to talk about what happens when you feel like you are challenged. And wow, I've got my chat way up there. Oh my goodness. What do you do if you feel like you are really challenged with something and you're just not tracking with how you can I don't know how to say it. You feel fearful. How about that? You feel fearful about stuff and you want to, wow, there goes everything. You want to avoid the discomfort of going through all that stuff, and you want to not have the uncertainty. You want to avoid all of that stuff about, hey, Terry, all that stuff about fear and discomfort and embarrassment and you just don't want to do it. I was reading in my devotions this morning that a lot of that discomfort in life, a lot of that stuff that we go through is something we don't want to do. And then the guy in the devotional, I want to talk about this. I want to get some points of view that may not be my own, may not be the same as my own. The guy started talking about how Jesus went through some similar emotions. Just go through it, even if it's painful, and do it with your confidence. I agree with that. Excuse me. I have a little coffee this morning. Go through it with your confidence. That's right. 3 kinds of people, right? And so we'll talk about that sometime. He was talking about Jesus had similar emotions, and the emotions that we have that are fear and discomfort and uncertainty and not wanting to go through it, but we know it's coming. And I wonder if that's really what he went through. I mean, Jesus is God, and he knew everything that was about to come. He knew the kind of suffering he was going to have to do. In fact, that's what he came here for. But giving you trials until you learn the lesson. There's a lot of that goes on. There's a lot of lessons that sometimes it's hard to learn. Sometimes you think you've got it, and God says, well, you didn't quite learn what I was teaching you there. And and the same trial, I've gone through things over and over. That would explain that. But so he said that Jesus had those same emotions. Where's my notes from my other broadcast? He had the same emotions, which would then mean that he had uncertainty. He was experiencing the fear of risk and emotional exposure. Well, it was actually some real physical damage that they did against him. So there was all that going on. And what I'm wondering is, I'm having a hard time wrapping my mind around, was Jesus afraid? He knew the trials that were about to come on him. He knew the pain he was about to go through. As a human being, that pain was excruciating. And I'm wondering, was it exactly the same kind of thing? I agree with that. April says, today I'm so grateful for my friends. And gratefulness is one of those things that helps you have joy. And so that's an important aspect of life, an important ingredient in your life. So that's one of those things where I'm wondering this morning, is all that really what he was feeling? Did he feel the fear? Let me check this out. Okay, that's working. Did he feel fear? Did he feel risk? Did he feel like he was going to be exposed beyond what he was really able to handle? I don't know. I'm having some trouble understanding and maybe even picking through all of the issues involved there. Yes, he was human. Yes, he was the greatest man alive. But yes, he was God come down to be a man, to die on the cross for us, which he did. But I still wonder. About that. Nicole says, I'm grateful for you, Dave. I'm grateful for all my friends who helped me walk through these trials at Net Friending. Yes. And if you guys have not experienced the Net Friending way, go over there to hashtag Net Friending or @ Net Friending over on Facebook and check out some of the videos. You can watch what we're doing. You can watch how we're helping each other through. And you can watch what it's like to have friends who not only understand, but will have the compassion and the vulnerability and the love for you to help you through these things that are hard. There's a lot of things in life that are hard. So definitely grateful for those people over there at Net Friending. And if you want to get in touch with me, if you're kind of afraid of groups and people and people you don't know, if you know me well enough, you want to get in touch with me, my name's right there on the screen, Dave Brown Coach. Find me on Facebook, send me a message. We don't have to do a powwow or a get together online with everybody, all public, so that everybody across the whole internet sees all of your issues. We can do a little private get together and just help you pick through some of the mess, some of the rubble, some of the damage that's been done in your life, and help you filter those things through, help you talk those things through. Because if you don't talk it out, you're going to act it out. A friend of mine says that all the time. And so get over to Facebook and contact me, and we'll get a group of us together that will care for you and help you pick through all that mess. That's what we do. That is exactly what we do. So give me your thoughts on whether or not you think Jesus was afraid. Was he afraid? He went and he had this temptation out in the wilderness. He had his ministry, his 3 years of ministry. And then at the end of all that, it came down to where he knew it was coming up. He knew that the final price he would have to pay. He knew how excruciating, how painful it would be, all of the things he would have to go through to get that done. And do you think he was afraid? Do you think he was uncertain? I don't think he was uncertain. I don't think uncertainty had anything to do with it. I don't think risk had anything to do with it, because he knew it had to be done and he knew what the outcome was going to be. He knew that the power of God, he told him, in fact, ahead of time, he said, you're going to see me go on that cross, you're going to see me die, and in 3 days, you're going to see me rise again. He wasn't uncertain. And emotional exposure, I think he just really didn't fit into that one either. So I think that to try and say in our devotional today that Jesus had the same things that we're going through, that's not exactly lining up, I think, with who Jesus was and who we are. There's a lot that we don't know. That's why we have risk. We don't know because we have the uncertainty. We don't know because we don't want to be peeled open and have everybody see all the stuff that's inside. So that's the thing that I just want to point out. I mean, it's great to read a devotional and read how Jesus was like us. And in his humanity, yes, he was like us, but he knew things that we don't know. He knew things that would really freak us out if we knew those things. He knew when he was going to die. They say that's one of the things as a human being we don't really want to know. He knew how he was going to die. He knew when he was going to die. He knew what was going to happen afterwards, rise again from the grave. And as God, he knew those things, but as a man, he had to walk them out and walk through them. Now, he also gave us a couple of commands before he left that I think are very important, and we're using one of those. So we froze up on Terry. Okay. You can catch me on the replay, #replay. Not supposed to say that. But as the final moments and the final time came around, Jesus gave 2 new commands. He says, I've got 2 new commands for you. Love God and love man, and so we have 2 directions of relationship. We have a relationship that goes up and down, love God, and then we have a relationship that goes side to side. Look at your fellow man and love him. And Jesus commanded us to love our fellow man. In fact, he said, this is exactly how they will know that you are my disciples, as you have love for one another. And he wouldn't say that unless that was really not very common in the world. And how oftentimes do we see people say, yeah, I love my fellow man, but if I can step on him on the way up the ladder, that's what I'm after. Or I love my fellow man. Okay, I love my fellow man, but, there's always that but. And when you put the but in the sentence, you can take everything from that but that you just said, erase it. So I love my fellow man, but I'm going to step on him on the way up the ladder. What are you saying? I'm going to step on people on the way up the ladder. So love each other, love God, and people will know that you're his disciple because we have love for each other. And if you don't see that love for each other, there's my name right there at the bottom of the screen. Come on over. Ask me how you can find people that genuinely, truthfully, authentically, in the real sense of the word, love each other. Not this authentic, I'm going to be me, I'm going to be authentic. How do I look? Do I look authentic? Of course I do. No, that's not authentic. Authentic is when you're vulnerable, when you're strong enough to be weak, weak enough to be strong. And look at those things and let Jesus's words and his last 2 commandments live in you and live through you. And so I'm going to go. My name's right there. At Dave Brown Coach on Facebook, on Periscope, and even on YouTube. On Twitter, it's not. But you can find me on the other places. So look me up if you're looking for genuine friendship, if you're looking for genuine love, people that really do care for you. I've experienced it. You could too. And we could do those last 2 commandments together. All right, I'm going to click on a button here that's going to take me out of here. And you guys take care. God bless. Love you and love one another and love God. Have a great day. Bye.